back home after 12 years.
Good game, man. A really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.
Good morning. Hope you guys had wonderful night. The weekend is here. Premier League football is here. We've got some wonderful fixtures that we can go through for the weekend today and starting today, obviously. Big games. That we obviously, we're kicking off obviously with the Chelsea versus Man City game, which will definitely kick off our weekend. And obviously the game today will be closed by Aston Villa versus Manchester United. So, a lot is at stake. A lot is at stake already, and the season is only halfway through. Today, the title race could be over. Chelsea could lose, and Man City, if Man City get 3 points, it's definitely over. So, a lot is riding on the results today. And those who are betting, and, it's going to be peak. It's going to be peak for those who are betting, because this weekend's games are very, very, anything goes. I think this could be one of the trickiest games we will run across, because judging by the forms and judging by the fact that these teams, some of them are going through missing players through COVID, and some players have went through the African Cup of Nations. So that will always factor in terms of results. So yeah, obviously, Crystal Palace and Brighton played yesterday night, and I was meant to do a preview show yesterday night, but I just got mixed up with time, and I was busy with a lot of things. So obviously the game yesterday between Crystal Palace and Brighton ended 1-1. The teams drew, and yeah, Vieira is still hanging on to his job. He's done. Sorry about that. He's done an amazing job. So far, and it's always good to see a black manager doing it. I don't know what's up with my throat, but it is what it is. So obviously we've got the Man City versus Chelsea game. Oh, dude, this game. Chelsea obviously are not on a good run. In their last 5 games, they only won like 2 games. So you could say they drew a win. Chelsea could surprise Man City. Chelsea are due a result. In their last 2 games, they haven't won a game in the last 2 Premier League games. So this could be like the game that they win. Man City are high flying. No injuries, no nothing. It could be whatchamacallit. It could be a very, very testing game for Man City here, and their title credentials will be tested today. And yeah, man, I mean, as a neutral fan, obviously I don't want the title race to be over already. This is what made the Premier League exciting, is it being competitive entirely, you feel me? And I would certainly as a neutral want either Chelsea to win or draw. I don't like Chelsea. I'm a Manchester United fan, by the way. So, but I hate City as well. So I'm very conflicted, but it's a very exciting game to watch, because it it will determine the rest of the season. Basically, if Chelsea could win today, then I think it's set in stone that City are gonna lift the league. It's practically over. You know, there's nothing that's gonna stop them. Let's be honest, you know, because they're very consistent. Despite them leaving, if they lose today, they could still go on another eight game run. You know, which team can do that? Which any of our teams can do that at this current point in time? And the answer is there, none. All the rest of the teams that are challenging, they've been inconsistent. You know, we win 2 games, 3 games, and then the next game we draw. And City win like 6 or 7 games straight, and then they get a draw or a loss or whatever. You understand? And they hardly lose, and they're very solid at the back. So it's gonna be testing times for Chelsea. I hope Chelsea, you know, as a neutral, I'm hoping Chelsea, you know, make it very, very hard for City to lift another league trophy, man. You know, Premier League is meant to be competitive, so yeah. And obviously later on, I'm gonna have my Chelsea fan come onto the show. He's also gonna do whatchamacallit. He's also gonna okay. Let me check my guest a little bit quickly. There's my guest here who's gonna join me on to do this preview show. Before I'm not gonna move on to dude, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Yes. So I'm late, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know the Friday vibes. I know the Friday vibes, man. I know the Friday vibes. I didn't think you.
No, it's not that. I'm having
Huh?
network issues there, but I'm having network issues there, but I'm sorted now.
Okay, did you get them sorted though?
Yeah. But then you keep breaking. I don't know why, but then let's continue. We'll see.
Okay, no problem, man. Now I was just telling the viewers about the Chelsea the Chelsea game versus Man City, because that's gonna kick off our weekend basically, you know. So I don't
Yeah.
know what you think about it. Which team do you support, by the way? You never told me.
No, I don't support any team here in Premier League, man.
You a La Liga fan.
Now, Bundesliga fan.
Ah, finally. Because usually I only find people who are either in La Liga or in the Premier League. So I wanted someone from the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But otherwise, I hope everything is good, man, and you straight.
Yeah. Just like you said, man. So our first game today, man, that will be a league decider.
Definitely.
If Chelsea loses here, man, Man City is gone.
Hey, I'm hoping that Chelsea gets as a neutral, obviously, because I support neither of the teams. I hope Chelsea get a result today, because if they don't, then it's practically over, and then the league is done, man. So there's no point. There's no more that exciting factor into it. You understand?
So it will be a 2-4 weeks now on.
Yeah, man. But otherwise, pretty much. I don't know how Tuchel is gonna set up, but obviously, I think he's gonna be a little bit more defensive, and he's gonna probably like field about 4 or 5 midfielders, if I know him correctly, because he's gonna try and try and win the midfield battle.
How many defenders? You just said 5 defenders.
Nah, 4
Oh,
midfielders. I think. Yeah, I think he's gonna field 4 midfielders. I think he's gonna play, because apparently, you know, people were criticizing Ralph Rangnick at Manchester United for playing the 4-2-2-2 formation. Chelsea have played it for this season. You understand?
Yeah, I've
So
seen them.
yeah, they can play because they've got the personnel to do so. You understand? They can play with 2 10s and play with 2 6s as well. You understand? So I don't know, but I think he'll try a counter attack sort of thing. I don't think he'll go because no team, to be honest, can go toe to toe with Man City. You understand?
I thought as well.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna try and go defensive and then counter attack sort of thing. He's gonna make sure that Chelsea don't lose because they've been on a bad run. Like in the past 5 games, I think they only won 2 games. So I mean, it's and in the past 2 games they drew twice. So it's that thing where they have to get a result. They drew a result. So you never know. It could be a surprise today. That's what I'm saying. That anything can go.
Yeah, so is Lukaku back today or still having personal issues?
Hmm?
Is Lukaku back today or still having personal issues?
Today.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when they need him today. Because I think he's gonna play 3 defenders at the back. 3 defenders and use those wing back. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
should I say 3-4-3 or whatever.
Yeah, he could play the 5-3-2 formation. He could.
Yeah. You can call it like that, yeah.
Yeah, play with the whatchamacallit, with the wing backs as the who are gonna support obviously the front two. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But personally, what's your prediction for the game though?
This one could be a draw, 1-1.
Yeah, that's like
Panthers
I'm actually going for it. Yeah,
Panthers must be careful, yeah.
yeah, very very careful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm also going for a 1-1.
So one team might dominate first the other half, and other team might dominate the other half as well. So yeah, it's tricky here, man.
Very tricky.
I don't
Very
think I'll even pass this one.
It's obviously gonna be involved, bro. Like they're gonna put it because they know that it's a very tough game to predict, especially when both teams come especially when City's winning and then Chelsea's haven't been doing so well. You understand? These derby and big top 6 games, they very tricky like that. You understand? Anything goes, personally.
Yeah, man. So wish Pep shouldn't win today.
Yeah.
So
Nah, but
yeah,
otherwise, yeah, you see?
we'll see City's upcoming fixture then. Yeah, if Chelsea loses today, then we'll see Man City's upcoming game. Then we'll know that the league is gone.
Yeah. Ish. Now, cross fingers. That everyone is supporting Chelsea today. Every neutral should be supporting.
So what do you support?
I'm a Manchester United fan, man. Yeah, that's the next game we're gonna cover now. Moving on to the next one, man. Yeah, it's the Aston Villa versus the Manchester United game. It's basically the last game of today, and yeah, man. Ish. Now me on my team. My team has been crap, man. I'm not gonna lie. Aston Villa have just got a new manager, obviously Steven Gerrard, and we just played them. We played them, I think, in the FA Cup. FA Cup. It was a FA Cup fixture. I think that was on a Monday or Tuesday. Was it on a Monday? Yeah, and we beat them, but then it wasn't convincing. You understand? So today's game is very awkward. Like I feel sorry for people who are gonna bet today because these games are very awkward.
Yeah, these games, man. Let me just see something. Oh yeah, you played in a league game, yeah. Cup game,
Yeah,
sorry.
now we play. Yeah. No, these games are awkward, my guy. Like with the especially teams who are playing twice. You know, this thing of playing a team twice in a week. Aye, bruh. Like, a former Liverpool legend, former Liverpool player and legend. And he's gonna want to, obviously, he's gonna try and rise to the occasion. You understand?
Yeah.
Because of that rivalry. You know? You there, Magic? I think I've lost him there. But I'll try and get him back. But yeah, the next game that you back?
Yeah, I am here.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, as I was saying that time, that the Aston Villa game, my guy, H, and Manchester United game is a very, very, very tricky fixture. This could I mean, I listen to other shows and people are saying, you know, Aston Villa's gonna win. You know, I'm actually getting the same vibes. But what's your take on it? I wanna hear your take on it.
No, I mean, Aston Villa is definitely going to win. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with Manchester, but it seems like your coach man doesn't want to learn. So you guys still have a long way to go here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this guy needs to, you know, understand. He needs to needs to change his formation, and I've been screaming in my post match reaction videos.
You still play the same formation.
This is what I don't get. I don't get it. I don't get it because if you see a formation isn't working in 3 or 4 games, like I've always been saying, if you see that your team is disjointed and they still aren't like playing cohesive football in 3 or 4 games, playing the same formation, you have to change it. You can see that it's never gonna work. So what are you hoping to achieve to continue the same formation? Today he has to change that. Today he has to change that, because if he doesn't change it, then everyone's gonna start turning against him, because it's an obvious problem. You understand that one can see from outside, watching in the inside. So I don't know, like the guy needs to change his formation and he needs to get his balance right. His starting 11 usually doesn't get the balance right in his starting 11. It's looking wayward. You
And
understand?
He will feel those players that are not performing.
Yeah, and players aren't performing either. That's why I think Cristiano Ronaldo came out.
Yeah, so we saw his statement last year.
Yeah. You are saying that you know, it's time for players to deliver now. You know what I'm saying? And he was also saying that today's youngsters in football don't want to learn, don't want to be told that they're not doing something right. You understand? So what's your take on that? Because I think it's, besides today's fixtures, like it's a global phenomenon right now with what's happening today. You know, especially with footballers who are overpaid, and you know, who are like subpar performing. You understand? They feel so entitled to high wages, but then they're not even earning them. You understand? They don't earn them on the pitch. So I wanted to, obviously, besides the fixtures today, I also wanted to mix it up a little bit with that. So what you think about that? Because it's a pandemic on its own.
Yeah, the problem is these young players, man, are Instagram models, man. So they're not focusing on their career.
Yeah.
They just Instagram models, and that's it.
My guy. But it is what it is, man. Personally, I think this guy will go with the same formation. One thing I've learned with managers, they don't want to look wrong. You understand? Managers don't want to look wrong, so they probably is gonna try that game out of stubbornness. You understand? And
I wanna see that.
man,
I wanna see that.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I actually don't have any hopes with this team at this point. I've given up, man. So that's why I think.
Yeah, a lot of many fans have given up.
Yeah. So I'm going with either. I think I'm going with an Aston with a draw, man. I don't see us winning this game, honestly. These guys don't have the mentality to win games like this. So I'm going with a draw. For those who are betting, I'm going with a draw with Aston Villa versus Man United. You guys can
This one.
choose whatever.
Yeah, but then I'll give Aston Villa straight win.
You giving Aston Villa a win?
Yeah, win.
All
Not even
right.
thinking twice. I'm not hating on menu, but then just not doing it at all.
Okay. Now, fair enough, man. Yeah, man. That was just the two games we'll cover because they will be affecting the title race and top four. You understand? So that's why the two games I wanted to cover for today. Moving on tomorrow, we've got the Liverpool versus Brentford and the Spurs versus Arsenal game. But then, before I get to the Liverpool versus Brentford game, Spurs versus Arsenal could be cancelled
Could be.
apparently because of COVID.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
No, I didn't see that one.
So yeah, so it's Arsenal obviously have come out and complained and said they don't have enough players to compete. So that's a bummer because going into this game it was gonna be exciting with Arsenal just recently hitting form and Spurs now starting to look good in the league as well. Spurs could be a problem for the top four race as well. So yeah, man. But otherwise, besides that controversy, Liverpool versus Brentford, I think Liverpool just get 3 points there, man. Brentford are a good side, by the way, but
That's
I
tough
think
opponents,
Liverpool,
but
yeah, I think Liverpool's gonna win the game. It's a show win for Liverpool. That's 3 points. You understand?
that one is easy.
Yeah. So I know people shouldn't be worried about that. Obviously, West Ham versus Leeds. Who are you going for?
West Ham.
Yeah, they've been in good form, and Leeds have been somewhat,
They've
this season
on
has
and
been
off, on
underwhelming.
and off. They've been a bad season. They're just on and off.
Yeah, Bielsa this season has been. I think his style of play has been found out. So I think a lot of teams are exploiting those weaknesses.
Yeah.
No, but then otherwise that's I think pretty much the fixtures for the Premier League, which are very significant. But then there's obviously the Bundesliga. I wanna cover the Bundesliga. I've never covered the Bundesliga on the show, so we're gonna look at your fixtures, bro. We're gonna look at your
Yeah.
fixtures. You're a Bayern fan, obviously, because I've never met a
Okay.
Bundesliga fan who's a Dortmund fan. So, how are you feeling about the weekend?
I haven't checked the Bundesliga fixture yet, but then just see. I don't know, man. Bayern is playing through the round of past four, so they're playing against Cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the few players out. Davis is out, Correa is out. Yeah, so yeah. But I'll win this one.
Mm-hmm.
Man, one horse wins. Even though some team might give me a tough time, but
Yeah.
So this one,
No, but then obviously you guys should be enough for FC Cologne. So I think it's a 3-pointer there for you guys.
they try to make their way to Europe. I see. We're still in to say that.
And then Dortmund, obviously, they're still trying to put pressure on you guys. They play in Bayern Leverkusen. So yeah. So that could be that is a nice game actually. I might check it out. I hardly check out the Bundesliga, so
No, Dortmund is playing against Hoffenheim.
Huh?
Dortmund is playing against Hoffenheim. The third place team. The third team. Let's say on the
Hoffenheim.
low. Yeah.
Oh, which fixture list am I looking at? Because it's saying, wait, what? No, but then on soccer bedway, they're saying that it's Bayern.
No, they're not playing this week. They're not playing this week. I don't know why.
Oh, did they cancel it?
Yeah, I don't play this week.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense because I was looking at the fixtures and then they look all postponed, man. They look
Yeah.
all postponed. So okay, all right. Yeah, man, but I think we'll cover it properly.
Yeah, we
Next week.
should. Yeah.
Yeah, next week we should cover it properly. I also wanna cover La Liga as well, and the Serie A, because I think I think the French league is dead, man. I think PSG are gonna just run away with it. You understand?
I didn't check that one out.
Yeah, no, I think PSG is gone with that league, man. Like I think PSG, more or less, I think it's for them. It's the focus is the Champions League. They don't even really care much about the title.
The league.
So yeah.
Oh, just check their logo out now. They're gone. They're gone. No, man, they're gone. Just check their logo now.
You just yeah. You can check the log quickly for me there. And
But their past 5 games, man, no, they've been terrible, yo.
but dog, it's gone. It's done, bruh. It's done. Because when you look
But
at
check
it,
their 5 games.
huh?
Check their past 5 games.
Okay.
I mean, they've only won
Nah,
one.
but 47 points, 20 games played, and then the second closest team is Nice. Is Nice. Nice is thing. Is on 39 points and they played one game more than PSG. So
Yeah.
bruh, you understand? Eight PSG could go if they win their game. I don't know if they're playing this weekend, but if they win their game this weekend, then they just extend the point tally. You understand? Could be 11 points clear.
Are they playing today?
Yeah. No, bruh. If they win their game today, they're gonna be 11 points clear after playing 21 games. And you know, with the French league, it's I think they play how many games in the league? Is it 34? I know it's not 38. It's
38.
Is it 38?
Yeah, 38.
Yeah.
38, yeah.
Is it 38?
Yes.
Oh, but dog, this is why they call it the farmer league, bro. Like, you know, it's set in stone most of the time. So I think it's gonna be yeah, no. Who are they playing PSG, by the way? Anyways, I don't think they're in that race, right?
Play against Brest.
I don't think they included their fixtures in any of the bets, right?
They play against Brest.
Yeah,
so they're definitely winning today.
Yeah, no. If you're betting on PSG, man, then you surely gonna get that one. That one is one of the most obvious games. I mean, yeah, man. But yeah, man. Otherwise, man. Obviously, if Chelsea, I mean, going back to the Premier League, if Man City win, the league is over. They're already 9. Is it 9 points? They're 9 points clear already of everyone, right?
10.
So they 10. I mean, dog. If they win, then it's 13 points. Bro, it's gone. You don't. City are very consistent. That's how I know it's gone. They go on winning on winning runs. They go on 7-8 winning runs. There's no other team that does that. Like I said earlier in the show, there's no other Premier League team that goes on those kind of runs. So you know for a fact they're not gonna drop those 13 points. You understand? So and even if they drop the 13 points, other teams are gonna drop more points. It's just that logical. See. Yeah. So man. Yeah, man. But yeah. So I want to make a prediction. Someone needs to make a prediction here because I feel like there's
which game?
There's the one we're overlooking here, and it's the top 4. Who do you think in the Premier League is gonna finish in the top 4 this season?
Okay, obviously City first, Chelsea second. Liverpool third. Arsenal, they're definitely going in this time, man. I'll keep Arsenal 4th place.
You're giving Arsenal 4th place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very bold prediction, my guy.
I'm telling you, this one out.
Yeah, no, it's very hard to disagree with you because I keep saying that Man United is not gonna make top 4. So
those ones are out.
Yeah. So man, otherwise, man, it's been a pleasure doing the show, man. It's been a pleasure doing the show with you. Even though you were millions and millions of minutes late. If you get African time. So yeah, man. No, I'm glad that you eventually pulled through, and yeah, man. I'm hoping we can also do the Bundesliga preview matches as well because they look very interesting, especially this season with Dortmund now being very competitive as opposed to the other seasons. So I'm looking.
They're very close this season.
Yeah, but how did you support Bayern, bro? Because I know another Bayern fan, but then there's only 2 of you guys I know in this whole country that support Bayern. So how did you end up becoming a Bayern fan?
I started supporting Bayern like in 2009-10 season.
Hey, so you supported them on the year that they eliminated us from the Champions League.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
and mostly like I love German players, so I was like, I mean, let me just go with this team.
Okay. No, man. Always, man. We'll chat and we'll communicate, man. Yeah. Thanks again, my G, for pulling up.
No problem. Thanks for having me, man.
Blessings, man.
Aware.
Yeah, guys. This was the Little Football Show. We're just doing a preview show for like the weekend show, fixtures, obviously, and it's the fixtures today are incredible. Like I'm staying indoors. I'm indoors today. I'm indoors tomorrow as well. So a lot of these fixtures could be very, very vital in the top 4 race and in the Premier League race. So for those who are betting, they need to consider this before they bet, that there's a lot of circumstances and there's a lot that's riding on these matches today. So yeah, guys. As you heard from my guest, I'll also be doing the Bundesliga preview show as well. So I'll be covering all leagues. I'll be covering most of the top leagues in Europe. I'll also be coming back on Monday to cover the African Cup of Nations second matches in the group. I'll be doing that wrap up with Mameni Young as usual as my guest. And yeah, man, guys, stay tuned. The content's not over, obviously. I'm gonna be doing a match reaction video for today's games. I'll be coming back with Llewellyn later on tonight as well. So, there's a lot of content coming your way This is the List of Football TV, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Yeah, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and yeah, catch us back here, man. Same time, same place, and
Happy to be back home
peace out.
after 12 years.
Good game, huh? Really good game.
Like I said to Martinelli.
Hello, Antonio. Nice to see you again.
Hello, good afternoon.
It's gone through Laporte. Rodri!
Dieser Lewandowski-Auftritt sorgt für Wirbel.
Looks like you lost another one.